Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get to eating because a brother is hungry. Woo! Saucy. Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Jamel Spalding, and y'all know me for doing my Yummo Bucko videos. And Yummo Bucko is an expression for good food. I decided I'm going to try to eat everything that I ordered versus ordering a whole bunch of stuff and knowing goodness well I'm not going to be able to eat it. All right. So I have my king crab legs. I have my New Zealand mussels. And I have my Coca-Cola. I went to Boyle Bay, right out Norfolk, right behind the Jana Shopping Center. It's dinner time. And I hope y'all got y'all seafood boil. What exactly are y'all eating today? And check out the Yummo Bucko. Check out the Yummo Bucko apron. And I got some rice right here too. All right. Father, thank you for this food that I'm about to receive. In Jesus' name, amen. So, that sweet corn. So I got garlic butter in this, spicy, lemon pepper, and Cajun. It's so good. Y'all don't know, I haven't eaten nothing since breakfast. Ain't nothing like some good corn. With that Cajun seasoning on it. I did a half a pound of New Zealand mussels. Now, if you ever had New Zealand mussels, they're a little bit more chewier. To me, they're a little more flavorful than the black mussel. I'm so hungry. I gotta eat like I got some sense. I always like doing that. Y'all, I am hungry. Do y'all even eat New Zealand mussels? The green mussels? Them jokers are Yummo Bucko. Sorry, y'all. Ooh, that kick is getting me. I think I need to partner with a restaurant and be like, look, you need to come up with a Yummo Bucko meal. So what y'all doing today? Somebody said, did you make that? No, I went to Boyle Bay. I'm sorry. And I had rice too. Sounds like y'all ate good too. I should have came to y'all house and ate. Oh, gosh. Woo! Fire! Maybe I shouldn't be so hungry when I go live. I know one thing, my nostrils are opening up. So you got your rice. Where's my spoon? Get you a mussel. Get you some rice. Dip it in that sauce. Get a little of that juice. Get a little of that drip. Got your rice right there. Add your mussel on top of that. It's spicy. And check this out. This spicy, but it ain't real spicy. Listen. Did I say hey to y'all? I'm just eating. I had to fight a mosquito, that's why there's a delay in me going live. Woo! Woo! You gotta be a big boy. Or it's crazy. I want to say you gotta be a big girl, but after hearing Liza talk about all the flack she getting about her size, I'm scared to say that. Isn't it crazy how some words we can get away with saying, and then there's other things we scared to say? So like we could call a boy big boy, but boy, dare I better not call a woman big girl. I really was hungry. I don't even know if I introduced myself to y'all. I can't even remember. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm hungry. Let's say, where'd you go at? I normally get egg, but I didn't even get no egg. All right, let me quit playing around. This is what I came for. Ain't no sense in playing around. Now I told him I didn't want no. I told him I didn't want any claws, and she told me that there weren't going to be any claws. But what this look like to y'all? That meat right there. Do some crab. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so hungry. Are y'all hungry? What's up, Bucko buddies? Yo, I normally am like jumping all over the place, but I'm trying to hurry me eat this before it gets super cold too. Did I say this is not spicy? Yeah, this is not the spiciest. This is not fire. Sorry. This ain't their hottest. But yeah, I'm probably sweating. Myself, if I could reach my hand in there and take a seat, I would. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. They say you making me hungry. The corn is yummo bucko. Got that sweet and that Cajun sauce. I do that boil-based sauce, which is a combination of Cajun, lemon pepper, garlic butter. And my spice level be hot. Someone said, you sitting on the ocean, why would you import New Zealand mussels over here. Well, I didn't import them, and this restaurant does, and I think a lot of them do. You know, that's almost like saying, you know, I'm near Virginia Beach. We got crabs out there, but we can't get no king crab legs out here in the Virginia, at Virginia Beach. We gotta get them drinks from Alaska or from up north. Woo! Excuse me. Whew. Gosh, that was a man burp. I apologize for burping. Ooh, you almost need goggles. Shout out to all my bucko buddies. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What would you do to that? What would you do? What would you do? What would you do with that? I should have invited y'all over for dinner. But y'all probably wouldn't even eat this food if I invited you. Oh yeah. What would you do with that? Handshaking and everything. Y'all wouldn't eat that. Y'all know y'all be playing around with seafood. Angel says she been waiting for this all day. Chopsticks will help you get the crab meat out. Oh, wow. Woo. Y'all notice I haven't drunk any soda yet? They said be in heaven. It looks so good. Y'all wouldn't eat that. Y'all be scared. Shout out to all my bucko buddies. One thing about these boils, though, somebody said I would have taught her, oh man, I'm looking messy. I'm sitting up here eating this food like a 2-year-old. Let's say your video is freezing. What now? So my video freezing. Is it freezing now? I don't know what's up with my Coke lately. These batches tasting like a little bit of Dr. Pepper, and I don't like no Dr. Pepper. Guess I'm allergic to shellfish. I'm sitting here eating cereal. Woo! I want to thank you all for sending stars. It's not allowing me to see the count at the top. So I'm going to have to go back personally and respond to everyone that sent stars. Ooh, excuse me. Fire! Is it spicy? Yes. Thank you for everyone that's sending stars. For some reason, it's acting up. It's not letting me see. Somebody said, are you on TikTok? I'm on TikTok. Woo! Ooh. Ah. One thing, they saw the aprons for sale. Yes. Woo! Whew. I don't think y'all want no seafood boil. I think y'all just playing around. I think y'all just playing with the idea. Woo! What's up, baby girl? I notice when I eat the potatoes, it has more of that garlicky taste. It's picking up more of the garlic flavor in it. Gosh. Excuse me. That's because you're eating all that spicy food is making your... But what happened when I was eating shrimp and grits earlier? My Coke this morning was tasting like Dr. Pepper. Only thing about a seafood boil, I do not advise you bringing it home. I just want to eat it in my studio. Because Facebook be playing around with the music. My nose is on fire. Can someone tell him I went to Ball Bay? Y'all ever had king crab legs and rice? Get you a little bit of rice. Put a little spice at the top. It look like sushi, don't it? Whew. Good gracious. Thank you all. They say your music makes me bounce. But yeah, I don't advise bringing seafood boils home unless you want to. But a lot of times you got, depending on how far you are from the seafood restaurant, you got to hurry up and tear that food up. Because if not, it's going to be cold. Putty said, F the food, F the bro, you go. What the world? They said don't get choked. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm hungry. But me personally, I can't do no seafood boil that's ain't got no spice to it. Y'all know what I say, spicy goes in, spicy comes out. They said, do you have merch for sale? I'm gonna let y'all know how much. I'm gonna let y'all know when I start selling this apron. I want y'all to see how it look. It got the pockets. Look at the pockets and the adjustable strings. I feel like I could be a dragon right now. This is not my favorite part of the king crab legs. Look, funny story. I heard Remy Ma say this, and I think this is true about kids these days anyway. But you remember back in the day, excuse me, kids, you know, at cookouts, they would get hot dogs, hamburgers, the special meat like the ribs and the steak, that was for the adults, right? or adults, however you say it. No chef hat. Yes, I am tall. I'm 6'4". No chef hat. But anyway, she said one time, Remy Ma, she said she had her nieces and nephews. And she said she was about to try to see if they wanted McDonald's. And you know, they told her that they want king crab legs. Kids don't want kids meals. Kids want crab legs. Kids want Chick-fil-A. Kids want Starbucks. Gosh. That thing's spicy, baby. Deborah said, send me your Cash App information. Miss Deborah, I pinned it below. You just click the button at the bottom and it'll expand out. Somebody said, why do you always eat on one side of your mouth? The only answer I can say is the only reason why I eat on one side of my mouth, and I'm not being smart, is because that's the only way I eat. You know, it's like one of them things you just do. I don't really sit and think about it. So, hope that answers your question. Maybe I trust the right side of my mouth better with teeth. I don't know. I really don't know. What's up, Joy? This is the challenging part. Trying to get seafood out of this. I mean, getting your meat out of that. But your kids, thank you, Paris Raven. I receive your Cash App. Appreciate that. Somebody said my kids eat what I eat. That's what's up. Wow, Charlinda said, yeah, kids want, yeah, they want 4 for 4. Michael said, can you tell me what you do for a living besides this eating? Well, honest answer, bro, this is what I do full time. I promote restaurants, food trucks, and chefs. I edit my videos. I pray for people. I minister to them. I respond. I try to engage with my followers as best as I can. You know, I can't respond to everybody. But this is my full-time job. God gave me instructions way before this became my full-time. And I obeyed him. He told me, like, see, I talk to God. You know, some people everybody have their different relationship, and everybody may not believe him. But I remember sitting at my job, because I knew I didn't want to go to college. I was one of them people that did enough to get by. And so, you know, that doing enough to get by mentality, that thing will lurk over into your relationships. It will lurk over into your, how you deal with business. It'll lurk into how you pay your bills. It spills over into a lot of other areas. I avoided taking my SATs, so I didn't want to go to a 4-year college. I was afraid of failure. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I always knew in me that television and talking was something that I always wanted to do. And sometimes I don't think about it now because life is good. Well, life has always been good, but I mean, I feel like I'm walking in my purpose now. But I used to kick myself because I'm like, I should have went to school for communications. Well, I took 2 years of it when I was in high school at the Voltex Center. Now, even though I like television, my primary reason was to leave high school and be able to leave early. You know, that's that doing enough. Doing enough to get by. So anyway, to make a long story short, I was saying Yummo Bucko since about 2006-08. And I used to take pictures of my food on my personal page. I used to embarrass my relatives and friends back in the day. They was embarrassed, right? Thank you, Keith. Shout out to all my buckle buddies. I'm really trying to turn this food up. Y'all know I normally talk more in depth with y'all. So I was able to utilize skill that I learned when I graduated, because y'all know I'm about to be 40 next year. And I just kept taking pictures. Then I did little videos. And then one day my mom was really adamant on trying to go to, she wanted me to go to Shaking Crab. And so I did that video. Like 2017. The video went viral. Y'all can see it. Type in Jamel Spalding. Thank you, Summer Stevens. I received your Cash App blessing. Thank you so much. Excuse me so much. Ooh, sorry, y'all. What's up, Eric? I'm from VA. Hold on. I'm trying to finish my story. Whew, I made it through it though, didn't I? So anyway, my video went viral. To this day, it's been shared over 5,000 times. A lot of y'all might know me from the Gizzard video, but what really caused me to gain more, I don't know if you want to say notoriety or being more known, the doorway was actually the Shaking Crab video. You just had to type in Jamel and type in Shaking Crab, and you'll see my video. That video opened up so many doors. And then my best friend said, hey, you ought to start this page, Yummo Bucko. And I was like, man, ain't nobody going to watch me eat. But what I really love about this is the diversity. I love that I'm able to promote restaurants, food trucks, and chefs. And I have a lot of restaurants and food trucks and chefs that have personally come back to me. And they've said that because of my reviews, I try to focus on the positive. Because of my reviews, their restaurants have been blessed tremendously. And so it makes me feel better because not only do people learn about restaurants, but some people really need ministering. And I've received so many testimonies about miraculous healings and different things. Some people have become believers as a result of just watching this page. You know, food brings people together. You know, God got his vehicles. He'll use whatever. So my spirit's social media. But yeah, I really enjoy doing what I do. I'm blessed. I just have to have thick skin and just be consistent. I always said, what's whack to you could be somebody else's gold mine. And I'm glad I didn't listen to those people that told me I was whack. I'm glad I didn't listen to those people who told me ain't nobody going to want to watch your stink blank eat. I'm glad I didn't listen to them because I love being on this side of the fence. People say, hey, you act a little brand new. And I tell them, I do because the old me wasn't working. The old me was wishing and hoping something was just going to drop out the sky. And unless God does a miracle, ain't nothing really going to drop out the sky. You got to take that idea. You got to take that idea that you were given and you got to put some action with it. So I'm glad I didn't listen to him. For the most part, I try not to bother anybody, but people always want to come up here and attack me because of the way I chew my food, my personality. But that's really their problem. It's not mine. You gotta take it up with God. So I hope I finish my story. So anyway, yeah, I edit my own content, which that's time consuming alone. And I love my buckle buddies. I'm not better than anybody. I know that just like you can be up today, tomorrow you could, So God bless me, and I'm not going to be ashamed to say his name. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not ashamed. And I know in proclaiming that name, there comes persecution. But I don't intend on stopping. My former job was with the rental car. I done worked at QVC. I done worked at Geico. Oh, man, I worked at Hardee's. I worked at Walmart, Garden Ridge. Oh, my God. I think other than doing this, I think the other job that was fulfilling, so it's something in me that liked talking to people, is I used to be an auto insurance agency. Auto insurance agent, sorry. Started with Geico. Then I said, hey, I want to get out of the call center. And, that spice hurt when it starts burning your, cracking your skin. Like a scar. But yeah, my previous job, the job that I was out of all the ones I had other than this, is I really enjoyed being an insurance agent. But even with that, I worked in a company that I knew was going to put up with me. I wish what I do now, I wish I had that drive back then. But hey, I stand on Romans 8 says it, 8:28, I believe. It says, well, we know that all things work together for the good of those who love God and are the called according to his purpose. And I'm called according to God's purpose, and it's working. So I appreciate you all. I hope you'll click follow. God told me last year, he said, don't jump on any of those bandwagons that's out there. Continue being the light, and people are going to be drawn to you. When God told me that, I had 35,000 followers during the pandemic. I could have let the fact that we had a pandemic starting last year stop me. And a prophet came to me and said, he basically revealed some things that God, that was on my heart that nobody would have known. I got this boy from Boa Bay in Norfolk. And anyway, I said, well, what are those bandwagons? He said, don't jump on the talks about presidents. Don't share no memes about the unemployment. Don't joke which churches don't get into those conversations about churches that decide to worship or don't worship during the pandemic. He just said, continue being a light. And I did it. This right here came to like $50-something. And so I kept doing it. And so from 35,000 followers and me just continue to press through, I was blessed to gain over 100,000 Bucko buddies. And some people leave, some people go. You're going to have 3 people like you, 3 people not going to like you, and 4 people going to be what's up, Josh Doran? 4 people going to be transitioning. But I'm thankful now to have 161 Bucko buddies. And so I really appreciate God for that. Thank you, Linda Green. I received a Cash App. Thank you for the support. So, hey, Mrs. Wright, Shmonda White. I think I'm butchering her name. Somebody said, what the clams taste like? The clams are very chewy, but they, to me, hold more flavor, and I'd rather eat them than the black ones. Because the black ones are smaller. But the good thing is I finished my bowl. Y'all like them aprons? So good. I hope y'all follow me. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Michael. Hey, Bobby. Shout out to all my Buffalo buddies. Miss Maria, this was a pound of king crab, half a pound of New Zealand mussels, some rice. I think that's it. You get 2 corn, 2 potato, but they gave me 3 potato. Katrina said he had a bad, what's that? Yeah, Yardley Pierre been with me, like, I think since the beginning. Thank you, Tyrone Davis. I received your Cash App. And if you're hearing me mention about Cash App, I have Buckle Buddies that support what I do. And they like the fact that I'm promoting. And hey, MJ Renville. Hey, Erica Williams. Hey, Michael Ward. I just want to tell you this too. Your time is valuable. And I want you to know that you don't have to watch my videos. And the fact that you're doing it, I am grateful to you. There's millions. Well, I don't know if there's millions of influencers, but there are a whole lot of other, excuse me. Ooh, sorry. Somebody said you got some blocking to do. You know what? I'm in such a good, peaceful mood right now. If someone wants to take the time out of their day to try to come in here and try to kill the vibe, it's really not gonna work. You know why? Because no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up against me shall be condemned in judgment. You can say it, you can form it, but it will not prosper. You can try it, you can do it, but it will not prosper. And that's why I leave it with that. And one thing about God is he said, let God be true and every man a liar. Thank you, Lavinda Forrester. I receive your blessing through Cash App. Thank you so much. So, I finished everything. Yeah, I didn't get any shrimp with this today. Thank you, Tracy boy. Ooh, excuse me. I think I ate this pretty clean. I think I did that pretty good. Oh yeah. Boy Bay. Excuse me. Shout out to my Buckle Buddies. I do want to give a shout out to Katrina. People say you always calling her out, but y'all don't know. Katrina has volunteered for some of my events. She showed up. She's kind of like been an honorary bodyguard. That's right. And she's a female, but I didn't ask. She put time in, but she also said it was because she met me during a time when her son needed prayer. And I was just doing me, praying. And we just formed a relationship. So, I'm never going to forget that. And I appreciate her. And she got a lot going on in her own life. And she still takes time out to watch. I try to keep up with people, but it's kind of hard when I'm the only moderator for the most part. So I appreciate you all. I hope that you'll follow me on YouTube. Yummo Bucko, YUMMO BUCKO. I'm on TikTok and Instagram. Hey, Tracy boy. So I definitely will let y'all know when we have a meet and greet in Yummo Bucko events. This is just an awesome job, but it ain't for the faint. That is the absolutely true. EKG said, your raising is awesome. Hats off to your parents. Oh, thank you. But yeah, make sure y'all click and add me to your favorite. Miss Barbara said, look for your package on Wednesday. Okay, will do. I have it, Bobby. All right, so I'll probably be back to talk to my Buckle Buddies. Ben said, you make everyone hungry. Oh, man, where you get that from? Thank you, Catherine. But yeah, your time is valuable, and I want to thank you for watching. All my new Buckle Buddies, I don't just want to make people hungry. Food is what God, I believe, draw people in. And then I'm full. Natasha, I'm full. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm good. Woo. Let's see. Someone said, Carmen said, I was curious, if I got a seafood boil, would they take the shells out for me? And if so, do they charge? I don't know if they would do that for you. Hey, Kelly McFarlane. All right, so Buckle Buddies, I appreciate you all. Key Sucks said, what size shoe you wear, Yummo? Size 12. All right, I'll talk to y'all. I appreciate you. Yummo Bucko.